Cancer, September is going to be quite a crazy roll. Okay, I'm hearing roll into, roll out of, roll reversal for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Cancer. And I'm seeing fives and abundance. So this is a big change coming in. Some of you, it is going to amount to abundance. Let's take a look and see what's going on for Cancer for the month of September. Now, September is going to be really very, very different because we just went through 16 years of being in Pluto in Capricorn, and that really caused a lot of mayhem for people. Okay, chaotic energy, things malfunctioning, a lot of things were off when Capricorn was in Pluto, and we started moving into Aquarius just recently, but now we're going to do a little backwards loop where Capricorn's going back into Pluto. This is for a very short period of time. This is for about 8 weeks or so until November 19th, and then it will go direct and it will be in Aquarius from here forward. So we don't need to worry about that after this. This is that push and pull where you're going to have to focus through, especially those of you who came from a lot of combative energy. People you were around fighting with family, fighting inner conflict, not being able to see your way into whatever it is that you've been working on. For a lot of you, I feel this change has to do with the transformation that you've been going through, the spiritual transformation you've been going through, where you're starting to actually feel good. And yet there's that little bit of turbulence where you're without a doubt you're gonna have to focus, and when you do, you got the card of abundance. Okay, this is the card that came out for you, and this is really, really powerful because what you want when you need it, okay, what you need when you need it, it is a beautiful constant flow of supply. All right, constant flow of everything around you. That's because you have done the shadow work. You have bypassed all of the five of swords, the five of wands, the five of pentacles, the lack, all of the things that you went through that were so hard to fight, and yet you did it. And that's what they want me to really point out. They, meaning my guides, my guardians that are with me, including Archangel Michael. And I bring these messages to you every week, whatever they are showing me, telling me, and want you to know to help you reach that Ace of Cups. That's what this is really about. And you already know this because you've done the work. Now you're seeing people around you. You do have the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You're seeing people around you that they are not on the same page as you are. And you still may be feeling kind of out of place, but that's getting ready to change as we go forward. Now I will give you all the guided messages that I get. This is a little bit different reading this month because this month is a very big deal. September is a huge, huge month, and October will be as well, but it doesn't mean it's bad. Every person will see some things going on around them that will feel chaotic, that will feel confusion. All right, this is what I'm talking about. The energy that's floating around is going to be filled with a lot of options, a lot of opportunities. And in one of these cups is the cup of temptation, the cup of, do I go back to the person that caused a lot of conflict, the person that actually may even have reached out to you while Mercury was in retrograde. You may have even had dreams about this person. Many of my clients, my personal private clients, are having lots of dreams about not just the person who triggered them into their spiritual awakening, which could be anybody for whoever you are, right? It's about people from childhood, people from past situations, and even if it's positive, they're just seeing all of these memories. And I would love to explain to you what that means. If you want to go live, put in the comment, let's go live, and talk about, and put in there that you want to talk about what those memories mean when you are having those dreams about people from the past. And we'll talk about that. If I get enough of you, I will go live. So there's just this rejuvenation coming through for Cancer. And this rejuvenation is, they want you, you're being guided to actually take a look again at you. Does it feel right? Is your head clear? Are you going through a phase where I feel some of you will, no matter what level you're on, because you already might be on the other side and you're thriving right now, but this is going to affect each and every Cancer that I'm speaking to. So it's like this period of time where it's good and then it's back, and it's good and it's back, and it can feel a little bit like that Two of Pentacles. I saw Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and it may make you feel a little bit anxious, a little bit concerned. Now, always as we go forward, one of the things we learn to do is to tap into our intuition. Follow your inner guidance, and the only way to really capture whether it's a your higher self talking to you from your intuition, if it's a guide or a guardian around you, is that you are mind, body, and soul 100% and aligned directly to source. And that's where you need to focus. They're telling me to have you focus as you go forward. Now, that is for each and every Cancer, no matter what area you are involved in your spiritual journey. Remember, the journey never stops. It changes, and huge changes are coming for you guys. Huge changes. I feel some of you are really going to bring in some pentacles. You're going to bring in the rewards when it comes to feeling secure around your home, around your life in general. You as a person calling in for protection around you. Look at, you got the Sun card. That's what I'm talking about. The energy shifting in your favor. And this does represent the month of August. So you may have actually started feeling this way in the month of August. There is a sense of tap, 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 jitter, jitter, fidgety energy coming through. And that fidgety energy is actually you being impatient, because you can see now, you know, you are focused, you know what's coming, you know how to get there, but something is stopping you. You may feel like you want to just lie down. Some of you are feeling the energy itself shift because you have really, as a Cancer, you're already sensitive. And with this new uplifted energy that's coming through, you got uplifted coming through, and you got some downward coming through at the same time in the month of September. So that's that kind of back and forth, and it is important to focus. But if you're feeling kind of lagging, like time is going slow, but yet it's not, and it's actually not, it's actually speeding up. Our timeline that we had before is pretty much dissolving, as you can probably see. Nothing is making sense as far as how much time you have in the day. And yeah, it's part of the matrix, I guess you could say, right? It's because it was never actually created that way from a universal aspect, and that's the timeline that you are on. Now, we're all moving into this opportunity to shift, and some people already have started that process. A few are in there, and there's this window of opportunity coming through. But this is like the big test, the test for you to learn to feed your body the right way. Some of you need to go and you need to get an energy clearing. I can help you. You can go to my website. I do it, but pick the person that you trust when it comes to the spiritual side of yourself. Some of you need to have a massage done. You may even need to go get a checkup done, and you know this, but pay very close attention if this is actually what you need to do, or is it something that you're supposed to be doing on your own. As we go forward in the future, there's going to be a time where you have to do these things for yourself. Check out my website. I can help you in a multiple of different ways. At this time, I'll be closing everything up shortly. So as far as private sessions, you have the Knight of Pentacles and you have the Eight of Wands. And when it comes to your financial foundation for the month of September, that's what I mean. Something really good is coming in for some of you. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn individual may be part of it, but yet they're saying, no, 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 you're going to hear from somebody who could be that. This somebody got something for you to invest in, something to put your money in. And I don't feel they are related to family. I don't feel they are related directly in a career. I feel this is an outside source, a person walking by, a person that you just randomly have this conversation with. And when they tell you this and you research it, you're not just going to do it, you're going to actually research it forward and backwards, upside down, diagonally. You're going to research it from every angle because I feel this is going to be a big investment for you. It's going to be a way for you to feel safe as you move forward. Some of you just need to breathe. You just need to breathe, Cancer. And breathing is such a big part of our ascension process. If it's kind of like the child, and some of you, let me know if this is you, you were told to sit down and be quiet and don't talk when you were little because it was rude to talk when grown-ups were around, or for whatever reason, you don't interrupt, whatever the reason was. That old philosophy, okay, does not sit right with you. However, that's what I'm feeling. It's like you're just kind of panicking and repressing. Okay, so let's say you had something to say to a family member. We're going to look at them right now, family and friends, and we'll look at romance, and then I'll bring you that final message as I am throughout the whole reading. But I feel like it's just something you have that you have pushed down, pushed down, pushed down. Now, I don't feel it's enough to actually block you from making this timeline jump. I feel it's just something you're going to address right at the last minute, and you're going to actually get through this month unscathed, actually getting abundance, what you need when you need it, what you want when you want it. You're creating it as a circle around you of all of the options. All of the things we manifest are already there. It has to do with our skill set. It has to do with our spiritual gifts, our knowledge, our wisdom. It has to do with everything as a soul and a human being. And therefore, because we did this, we have this option there. And because we have all of this, there's this option. So there's a multitude of different options that also coincide with your zodiac sign, your rising sign, the action-oriented side of you. Your moon sign, okay, it has to do with a combination of everything, where you were born, where you're supposed to live. It's the whole astronomy, astrology, metaphysical umbrella where everything is surrounding you. And instead of chasing it, I want, you're actually just going to breathe through it. Just breathe in through the nose and blow it out. And the key to it is sit up straight, put your feet flat on the floor. If you feel hysterical at any given moment, breathe in deep. And remember, we don't breathe here in the chest, we breathe in the diaphragm. And the diaphragm is when you're belting out that one song you really like and you can sing it really loud, off key, on key, doesn't matter. You are belting that out. That is coming from your diaphragm. All right, where it's very loud, it's very powerful. That's where you want that breath to go. Breathe. And if it doesn't work on one, do it 3 times in a row. I'm a 3. I believe in 3s. We do it 3 times. We say it 3 times because that's what I'm always guided to do. And I reflect that in my readings. So Cancer, this is a big, beautiful moment for you to feel safe and surrender to the energy that's flowing around you is what I'm hearing. When it comes to your family and friends, I do feel you have an encounter with a family or friend member who, again, like I said earlier, you may have actually seen this person in your dream state, had telepathic communication, and a few of you may have actually heard from them or saw them on a social media. But I'm seeing it more in the mind rather than in the physical realm. And yet there's that desire to curiosity, the desire and curiosity just to take a peek. Be warned, okay? I am being heard to tell you, be careful about how far you go. If this is somebody who repeatedly hurt you over and over again, they're not going to change. They'll continue to do this, but only you can answer that. That's your personal situation, and you may feel very differently. But when you go back to check, when you decide to listen to them if they knock on the door or call you on the phone, just call in for protection around you. And I promise you, if they get out of line, you will find that your phone will disconnect like that. Do not call them back. If your phone just cuts off on you, that is a divine saying, no, baby, no, no more. You've already learned your lesson. You don't need to go into this. Let it be. Let it go. So you don't end that conversation feeling frazzled, feeling this way, the Nine of Swords energy, okay? Now, who this person is, well, we do have the Two of Swords, somebody who was stopping you. They were blocking you. They fogged your judgment. They prevented you from seeing the truth. And they put a mask over themselves where you couldn't tell what was going on, probably for a really long time. This may be a very unhealthy individual that you're dealing with. And when the swords are down in the tarot itself, swords down, there's no communication between you. So you've been apart for a while, 2 to 3 years. For some of you, it could be much long, maybe 23 years for others. But there's this sense of disharmony, almost like they popped your bubble. And I feel it would have been more than once. Like every time you got excited and your bubble just blew up around you. And what I mean is that energy, your aura, all of this beautiful stuff around Cancer, and they went boop, and you went whoosh, boom. So there's something very powerful about this family member that, or friend that really got in your head. They got in your head, and they blocked you from financial gain. They blocked you from love of self, and love of self draws in love of the outside person, right? If we want it. And that's what I see going on with this individual. I feel Taurus is part of this particular person. We do have the card of, look at that, we got the Devil card here. That's Capricorn, very earthy energy. You're going to be able to fight this situation. There is no doubt. And when I say fight, that doesn't necessarily mean get up and duke it out. Not at all. I'm not a fighter. There's a time and a place for everything, but it's more about the mind. They put you in a mental prison. The communication was blocked, meaning your throat chakra was blocked, meaning you may have had a lot of sore throats and actually making that sound where you needed to say something. This person, who could very well be a Capricorn, whatever it is that was going on, they blocked you. And you're going to, through this experience, this is a test, all right? And there's going to be different kinds of tests when it comes to all different aspects of your life. This person blocked you from feeling like this. The Nine of Pentacles is such a great energy. This is where we know we have made strides of accomplishment in our lives. This is going through the spiritual journey and pulling off the mask around whoever this person was. Whoever, it could be two people that you were dealing with, but there's a main culprit that I'm being guided to say. The main person was the one that you had the hardest time seeing who they really were. Now, whatever area of life it is, okay, I'm seeing it as family, but there is definitely somebody around you, but you have cause for celebration when it comes to relationships in general. This big growth, a human growth, a spiritual growth, you growing on this journey. It's very, very beautiful energy for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, I'm including Venus in this reading as well if I didn't say it before. We're going to take a look at love right now, and my stomach, my solar plexus are going boop, 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 boop. Some of you, it was your romantic life, most definitely, because I feel it very strongly. Make sure you clear your heart chakra out and your solar plexus, okay? Because I feel the root chakra in this reading, this main group that I am talking to, let me know if you're one of them. I feel your root chakra is cleared. I feel you're doing really well, but every now and then it goes kind of back and forth between the heart chakra and the solar plexus. Maybe some of you, it's your throat. You can bypass one of them, but I feel it'd be actually all three of them if that's you. If you don't know how to know if you have a blocked chakra, put a comment in here. I'll start answering your questions randomly in under 60 seconds. I'll start popping those up. Make sure the questions make sure they're real questions, okay? Not personal questions. I'd be happy to start doing that for you guys. There's just this overwhelming urge of love. It's almost like I crave, I want it so much. And I feel a lot of you actually were going through this. But right now, you're coming to a place of peace. If it is, it's going to be. There's just, you manifest, it's probably in one of those cups that we're talking about. And you allow it to come in at the right time rather than trying to pull against this very, very powerful energy that may be pushing it off this way, where you have to pull it back even harder. Allow the universe to bring you, remember, abundance. Allow the divine to bring down to you what you have asked for, but be open to any possible change and allow the divine to correct it so that it's right for you when it comes to relationships. Now, I do feel for some of you, you're going to meet somebody new and it's going to be super exciting and yet very adrenaline. It's like an adrenaline rush. So you could be meeting them. I am seeing a train station, by the way. I don't normally see that, but it is a train station. You could be traveling, taking the train, taking the commute from work back to home. There's something going on around you that's like this excitement. It's not negative, but it can feel that way. It's just an adrenaline rush. How many of you have skied and you're on the top of that ski slope and it's like, oh yes, and that adrenaline rush going down? Or you've been skydiving or any adventure where that thrill-seeking side of you, that adrenaline gets going and pumping, and it's like, oh, man, remember, breathe. Okay, breathe, because this person may actually be the one that you are with for the long term. This may be the person you choose out of one of these cups to, as it drops down, they drop down in front of you and you're like, I want to take this person with me. I want this person to be in my life. And that's what I'm seeing. So it's going to be very exciting. It's going to have your heart pumping and pounding and your blood just saying, yes, bring it on. I am ready. But it is fearful at the same time. Just trust the process. Those of you in a current relationship, I feel there's been some turmoil going on around you, and they may very well be the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. 5 of Wands energy is that fighting. You've got the 5 of Swords and you have the 5 of Wands. So it's that conflict, arguing, fighting, and it may not be just them. It may have been the entire family, yours or theirs or both, coming in, and I feel an attack. Okay, if you've been dealing with somebody like that, there is going to be justice coming through in this situation. Whatever you've been going through in your romantic situation, the karma, the justice is getting ready to show. And I feel September rolling into the first couple weeks of October is what I'm seeing, Cancer, where the truth is going to be revealed. So if it has not come out yet, whether this is an ex and you have not gotten involved in anybody else, but they really did a number on other people around you, an ex or your current partner, a lot of misinformation, miscommunication. Justice is coming in for this person. Justice. Okay. So you will know whether if you're with them, if it's the right thing to leave, and you're gonna up and do it, and it'll be very quick. I don't mean within 24 hours necessarily, but it will be a very smooth and fast shift. It's almost like I see you jumping into the energy zone and just allowing it to kind of, I need this, bye, and you're gone. While others of you are going to tell them to leave, and others of you, adios. I don't even need to tell you in my head, I've already done this. But there is a sense of hearing that the truth actually showed. You're going to know. You will hear from family, friends, on social media, somebody calling you. I don't feel too much on the phone call. I feel it's more, you're going to see it somewhere, walking down the street and you see them and they're not with their partner, something like that. But one thing's for sure, you are being guided to be in your true authentic self. Right now, more than ever, as we go forward from here on, being authentic is your number one asset. You were born with everything you need. Call upon your angels, call upon Archangel Michael, your guardians, your guides, your deceased loved ones, the people who, and the beings that are around you to actually help you through this. Rely on your own intuition and stop trying to fix other people's lives. Stay away from gossip and stay away from things that seem harmless, but if it is like laughing at somebody else, that could be very harmful to them. So they want you to pay very close attention. Remember, it all is kind of wrapped, this message is wrapping around this, where you went a long period of time where you couldn't quite see things clearly, but now you can. So make sure that you are looking from every angle, forward and backwards. Thank you and much love.